What do you want? I know what I want. What do you want? We live in America. There's opportunity here. What do you want? Number 2, build belief that you can achieve it. I'm telling y'all, bro, I'm serious. I like to keep it 1,000. I went from making about 20 grand. I never forget me and Bob Proctor had a conversation. He said, how much you charging? I said, 10 grand. He said, 10 grand? What I just heard? 10 grand? Bro, you should be charging 20, at least 20. I was like, all right. I went back to the crib. I'm telling y'all on life, I fired my agent. I had her call, and somebody called, and she was like, say 20? I was like, I gotta fire you. You don't even believe in 20. I said, I gotta fire you. I gotta hire somebody that believes 20. I'm just being real. You said 20? And they like 20, 10. Okay, 10. I'm like, I gotta fire you. I started charging 20, y'all. Craziest thing happened. I started charging 20, and they said yes. I was like, whoa, they believe in me more than I believe in myself. This is crazy. I saw Bob Proctor 3 months later in San Diego. We worked for this company together. Bob Proctor said, how's it going? I said, it's going great. He said, how much you charging? I said, 20 grand. He said, you only charging 20? I said, bro, you said charge 20. He said, no, I said you should have charged at least 20. Let me tell y'all how I got to 200,000. The day I woke up and I believed myself more than anybody else believed me. No. Let me tell y'all, when I first used to speak, I used to do 2 things. I used to speak, and then I used to be worried about what older white men thought about me while I was speaking. I was doing 2 things at once. I was like, yo, he don't come from where I come from, but he in this room, he looking at me crazy. He wasn't looking at me crazy. I just used to black church. You know, when you're in a black church, you say anything, hallelujah. My man once said hallelujah. He was just staring at me. I was like, I must not be saying the right things. I'm up there questioning myself. I'm looking for the amen choir. I'm like struggling here. It's always 2 or 3 black sisters that's working for the company though, and they be over there like, hallelujah, you preach, boy. They by themselves, and I have to go over there by them to get that energy. Like, yeah, that's it. I must be doing something right. And then God showed me, watch this, God gave me confidence. He says, your problem is you're trying to do, or you're thinking like other speakers are thinking. You're thinking that they don't need you. The challenge is they don't need you to teach them how to make money. They need you to teach them how to be 7-figure fathers. 7-figure men. They need you to teach them how to go home and have their wife still going, how to have a kid. And when I figured out what I was doing, I started like, I don't need no intro. Don't give me no intro. Let's go. I know what I'm here for. Most of y'all struggle because you don't know what you're here for. And you're intimidated when you see other people because you're not who you're supposed to be. And that's why you feel intimidated. Once you figure out who you are, you'll walk in the room and look at anybody. Not down, but you look up because you know who you are. And you still walking around here taking the narrative that people said you were instead of creating your own narrative. Write your narrative and make it plain to yourself. And then you could walk out, and guess what you start doing? You start to track. Next thing I know, Dan Gilbert called me like, E, you free? I'm like, free to do what? He's like, we meeting up tomorrow. I said, with who? He said, it's 30 of us and Warren Buffett coming. You free? I'm like, yeah, I'm free. I ain't doing nothing. And whatever I was doing, I ain't doing that. I'll see y'all tomorrow. What time? They was like 12. I was there at 11. I was sitting in the room taking pictures of everybody like on the little platter, like that's that person, that person. I went back on some scandal and I put all their pictures up, all they names. Like, okay, he owned this. Okay, he owned that bank. Okay, he owned that. All right, let me see how I can connect with them and get that. Number 2, surround yourself with like-minded people. You hear me? Surround yourself with like-minded people. Stop hanging with people who still talking about people. Stop hanging with people. Why are you still talking about people? You should be talking about yourself and how you try to blow up. You should be writing your vision, not talking about their vision. Girl, their vision is whack. Who cares? That's not your vision. Girl, I can't even believe she wrote that as a vision. Why are you even looking at her vision? You should be looking at your own vision. You run around here hanging with people who going to jail. No, you're running with people who are doing stuff that's going to take you to jail. You're listening to music that talk about death. Something bound to happen to you if you listen to stuff that's talking about death. Start listening to life. Surround yourself with, man, I'm telling y'all, I remember when I was first with Warren Buffett them, I took a pic, walked out, and I was all geeked up that I was with him. I started going to meetings and all that, and God said, son, you know why I put you in the room with him? I put you in a room with him to take pictures. I put you in a room full of billionaires because you're going to be one. Picture? I'm God. I could have had you run into him at the store and y'all could have took a picture. I put you in the same room because I wanted you to be around his mind. I wanted you to hear what he was saying. I said, a billionaire? He said, you gotta be a billionaire. I said, what do you mean I gotta be a billionaire? How many kids you gonna send to school? You gotta be a billionaire. How many kids you gonna take to Dubai? How many kids you gonna take to Super Bowl? You gotta be a billionaire. School costs. If you're not a billionaire, you can't. I never forget, God told me, you think Bill Gates is the only one? Bill Gates ain't even from Detroit. He's sending kids to school. Bill Gates ain't never been on the west side of Chicago when he's sending kids to school. You don't think you should be doing it? Last two, competence leads to confidence. Get your reps up. First thing Malcolm did was get a dictionary and worked on his vocabulary. Some of you don't open up your mouth because your vocabulary. Malcolm said most of us cuss because you got a low vocabulary. That's why you cuss, because that's the only word you really know, so you keep using it. I challenge you to get a thesaurus and a dictionary. I challenge you. I'm about to go. I challenge you to get a thesaurus and a dictionary. I challenge you to learn 100 words, send them to me in a sentence, give me a little video. I promise you I'll give you $1,000 cash. I'm talking to my young people. I see some adults like I'm about to go. I saw you. I saw some adults like I already got a dictionary. I'm like, I wasn't talking to you. I'm sorry. I said, you can see the eyes light up as you were walking back and forth. I'm sorry. Let me describe. I'm sorry. I apologize. 17 and under. I just saw y'all. Y'all was ready to meet me in the back. I got my dictionary right now. And for sure, no, not you. I'm talking to the kids that's not reading yet, okay? We're trying to encourage them. $1,000 cash, 100 new words, 100 synonyms to go with them, put them in a sentence for me. Call me, just give me 5 of them so I can see you not playing. You just didn't go on AI and put it in there and it shot it out for you. You know what I'm saying? You didn't went on Chat GPT and just put it in there. It gave it all to you. Hey, I got them. I need to really hear you say them so I can see you know how to put it in the context. Because when you're competent, your confidence goes to another level when you know what you're talking about. How I'm gonna keep it playing. Dude walk up to me, what up, doe? I'm like, west side, east side. Oh, Farmington. I'm like, oh, okay. I could tell you wasn't confident when you said, what up, though? You kind of lost something on me at the end. Where you from? Westland. Some girl told me Westland. I said, where's Westland at? She was like, between Inkster. I said, oh, I thought you meant Detroit. I'm confident when you talk about Detroit and Chicago. I'm from the South. I'm confident. Name the streets. I'm confident. I came to Kalamazoo today a little nervous. I ain't been here before. This ain't my style. When I say confident, it doesn't mean that you get a PhD. It just means you know what you know. And you ain't scared to open up your mouth and talk about it. I don't mean nobody better. I'm not better than nobody because I got a PhD. Just mean I put in some work. So when I get on stage, I feel confident. I need y'all to get y'all confidence up. That's why y'all fight each other. That's why y'all shoot each other, kill each other, because you scared. You a real man, we gonna fight over how many kids we can send to the Super Bowl. We gonna fight. How many, what'd you do for the community? Look my boys up in Atlanta, Circle of CEOs. Look them up, we be fighting. Them boys on another level. They go to a whole grocery store and shut it down. They in Atlanta, if it's 100 people in there, they shut it down. Everybody get groceries on us. Hey, E, make sure you pay attention. We just bought everybody groceries. I'm like, send me the receipts. Got it. My boy Wallow up in Philly, they buying people cars. Got it. Just send me the receipt, bro. Got it. I'm gonna send you mine. Got it. 41 kids to Super Bowl, $5,800 per ticket. And they went in the nosebleeds. Hotel. The magic school bus, the party bus, they in there chilling. They're in there. I see my receipt, $500,000, boom. I see your 200,000. I've raised you 300. $500,000. Let's go. Talk to me. What y'all got? What's next? We really going at it, y'all. Pay attention online. We going at it. We ain't taking nobody's life. We giving life. But guess what? Here's what I don't like about us sometimes. You want to exercise your freedom on the world, but you don't want to exercise it on yourself. Oh, you'll shut the world down for telling you what you can't do, but you won't say nothing to you when you don't do what you're supposed to do. You're not getting up when you're supposed to get up. You procrastinate, but you let you slide. But let the government do you like that. You ready for it. All out. I'm not mad at you. Fight, do whatever you feel like you personally need to do, but do something to you too. You want to hold them accountable? Hold yourself accountable too. You know you're not making the money you're supposed to make. You dressing up, you got the car, the house you can't afford because you're trying to prove something. You live in America, you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. You can actually do what you dream of doing. This is America, you ain't got to play like you got it. This is America, you can really have it. But you know why we want to play like we got it? Because it's easier to play like you got it than really do the work to get it. So I came for one thing today. I came to tell you we live in a great country. 75% of the work has already been done. 50% by this country, 25% by the creator. You got to do your part, though. You ain't going to never blow up if you don't do your part. I'm standing here today because I did my part. Now, I didn't do it up to 25. I ain't going to lie. I was homeless. I was a high school dropout. I was a college dropout. I was making stupid, dumb decisions. Credit was tore up. I ain't had no money in the bank. But one day I woke up and was like, yo, E, bro, you live in America, bro. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Here's my only goal for Eric Thomas. I want you to die on E. If you could be the best in the world, then be the best in the world. I never knew if I could be the number one motivational speaker in the world, but I woke up one day and was like, yo, let's pursue it. And last year, y'all, I challenged myself. I said, Eric, I know you couldn't read or write when you was a teenager, but you grown now. You grown now. They can say the word for you on Instagram. Like you can get dictionary.com and they can tell you what the word, grow up, go in the studio, go and learn. And so now I said 2022, E, now it's time. You should have been in the Lion King. My voice is all over the world. There's no reason it wasn't on the Lion King. I just didn't go over there and demand that I need to be over there. So I'm writing a script for Netflix or Hulu. Why? Because I start, in COVID, I wouldn't watch TV. I started watching COVID. I was like, oh, I can produce that. So I'm doing a show called Torn that we're writing right now. And it's the love story of me and my wife when we hooked up when I was 15 and she was 16 and our journey from the streets of Detroit to number one in the world. Can I say this to y'all? I could have been doing this years ago, but I never held myself accountable. I held my biological father accountable for not being in my life. I held my mama accountable for getting pregnant at 17. I held the Detroit public school system responsible for not teaching me what I thought they should teach me. I held everybody responsible but Eric Thomas. The day you start holding yourself accountable is the day that everything in your life is going to change. Write that down. I'm going to hold myself accountable. Text yourself. I'm going to hold myself accountable. Look, I can leave now. We're going to go through a couple slides, but that's it. If you hold you accountable when you leave, if you discipline you, if you put you on punishment, if you determine that you're going to learn this product, that you're going to learn this industry, that you're going to take everything that you were given and take it to another level, I guarantee you in this country, there's nothing you can't have. I'm hurt. I'm mad at myself because I could have been doing this. So number one, here's what I need you to do. What I want you to do for me is I want you to write the vision, all right, and make it plain. I want you to write the vision, like flat out. There's not one thing I got out. Do y'all know the joy of me seeing a father with his 3-year-old, his 5-year-old, and they watching my stuff together, and little man saying, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, E.T. You know where I got that from? Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan said he played basketball so well so that wives who didn't even understand the game would come and watch him. And if the wife and the kids came, the whole family would be at the game. He wanted to play so well that the whole family would come out and watch him play. So I said, if Mike could do that, I could do that. Write the vision. What's your vision? A lot of you struggling because you don't even know, you waking up every day with nothing to do. You just getting up. You don't even know what your goals are. You don't even know. Write your vision. Some of you wear stuff, you do stuff because other people are doing it. No, stop doing that. What do you want? In Michigan, y'all, I just moved to Cali, I told you 2 years ago. There was a young lady who came to my house with her mom, and she walked in my house and she looked at my house and she was like, no way. Her mother was like, don't be rude, sweetheart. She was like, I'm not being rude, no way. And I was like, what you mean, no way? She's like, no way you live in this house. I was like, what you mean by that? She's like, how big is this house? I was like, 2,300 square feet. Like my house in Michigan, you could walk in the front door and see the whole house. She was like, but I thought you were. I am. I am ETD if I appreciate you, right? And I am wealthy. You're absolutely right. But I love this house because everybody here is in the working community. And I love living in a working community. My next door neighbor is a firefighter. His wife is a teacher. I love living in this community. My next door neighbor is a firefighter who cut my grass, who shovel my snow. Anything break in my house, he come and fix it. I can't move nowhere else because I can't find another neighbor like this. I love my neighbor. How many of you live in some communities where you can't stand your next door neighbor? Just be real, raise your hand. That's a terrible experience. So she was thinking, and she was right. If I had a low self-esteem and I hadn't wrote a vision for myself and made it plain, I probably would have moved to a different community. But moving to a wealthy community was not a part of my vision or my plan. My vision or my plan is being married. I want to be blissful in my marriage. I want my wife still to desire me. I want to still desire my wife. I want us to act like we did when we were in high school. That's my vision. That's my vision. My vision ain't necessarily a watch. And ain't nothing wrong with watches. They're investments. There's nothing wrong with jewelry. It's an investment. But that's not what I want. So I'm not going to let society, and let me say this to you. You like, what does that have to do with anything? Well, the energy you putting toward impressing somebody is the energy you're wasting to do what you're supposed to be doing for you. That's why it matters. Because now you're wasting energy on getting 6 figures or 7 figures or 8 figures or 9 figures on trying to impress somebody. And energy is only going to go one way. It don't go both ways. So if you're wasting time trying to impress people, it means you're not using time to impress yourself. Listen to me very closely. I got up this morning. I flew here to speak for my boy Cole. Cole called me. I need you to, I got you, bruh. Then I'm flying back home tonight. When I get home tonight at midnight and I get my wife in that car and we drive back to our house, when I go to sleep tonight, man, I'm going to sleep so well. I don't care what you think of my presentation. I'm going to be so excited because I walked through that hall and there were people who saw me and they said, yo, E.T., bruh, I've been watching you. And I saw them. I saw the look on their face. I ain't even make them do it. I was like, pull out your camera, bruh. Let's get a pic. I'm like, bruh, come on. Let's remember this. You're going to be telling somebody you know I was with E.T. and they're going to say, no, you weren't. I already know how it go. They not going to believe. So let's just get this pic real quick. So when they start saying it ain't the truth, you can just show them the pic real quick. Or when it's my birthday, you can post it like, E.T., happy birthday. That's my due. And you can get some credit and get a couple more followers. You know what I'm saying? I know the drill. Or you can knock on the door and they like, nope, we don't want to buy this product from you. And you like, you know, E.T., that's my boy. They like, come inside. You listen to E.T., I listen to E.T. Come on. So it has nothing to do with this. I'm going to go to bed tonight and feel real good. You know why? Because a part of my vision is making people feel good. When I walked through that door, I took a picture with everybody that wanted to take a picture with me. I didn't run back to the green room acting like I'm big time. So I'm going to be able to sleep at night knowing I made my dreams come true. And the problem with a lot of you, your energy is being wasted on showing other people who you are.